Hey, what's up guys? Rod J back again. Actually had a chance to stop down at one of our local breweries, finally had some time, and guess what? Spring finally kind of showed up here a little bit, so out drinking a few brews. I'm down at Streetside Brewery, which is located down here in Cincinnati. Got a little flight going on here. So of the 4 beers you see, number 2 is the Raspberry Beret. It is a Berliner Weiss with raspberries, comes in at 4.5% ABV. The second one, number 12, is the Eglavita barley wine, 15.5% ABV. It is a bourbon barrel aged barley wine. Number 17 is the Oh My Quad, which is a barrel aged sour quad. So looking forward to trying that one. And then number 6 is the Alpha, which is an IPA, 6.4% ABV, and also the Oh My Quad is 10% ABV. So figured I'd share some of these with you and go through some of these beers and see what they kind of taste like. So hold on and I'll get this camera re-queued up and we'll go from there. Alright, so first up we have the Raspberry Beret, and I'm going to try to make sure I try to talk over the music. And unfortunately I'm outside. It's a little smaller of a brewery, but wanted to kind of get away so I can just kind of take a look at some beers here. But very nice color on the Raspberry Beret. You get a nice hint of the raspberries in the aroma. It smells very nice. I'm not sure if they've actually used actual raspberries. I believe they did, or if it was a raspberry juice, but I'll double check that, maybe put some comments in the description. Nice feel on the taste. Very nice texture. Get a nice amount of flavor in the mouth. Has a nice refreshing quality to it. You get that nice tartness that you expect to get with one of these. Very pleasant of a beer. Makes nice for a day like this, outside in the sun, kicking back, relaxing. I could definitely see this one get drank a lot as the season breaks here. Goes down very easy, no burn on the back end. A real decent brew for sure. So again, this is a Raspberry Beret, Berliner Weiss with raspberries. For those of you that kind of avoid some of the sour beers because you're thinking they're going to be maybe too tart, this is something that shows they're not all overly tart. Very smooth, nice finish, good body on this, a nice light to medium body. Just sit back and enjoy and relax, especially on a day like this. I think we're pushing upwards into probably about mid-50s or so, which feels like even more than that because of the cold we've been going through. But yeah, so that's the one I'm going to finish out right now. Then I'll come back and talk about the other 3 that I have here. All right, let's get into beer number 2. This is the Eglavita barley wine. Yeah, you get punched in the nose a little bit. As I mentioned, this is a bourbon barrel aged barley wine. You are picking up kind of a dark fruit quality. You're kind of getting some of that, I want to say a little bit of that kind of that black licorice type feel. A little bit kind of that plum or darker fruit type feel. Not getting much of the alcohol though, so this one at 15.5, thought it might be a little more boozy on the aroma. Actually not too bad, kind of your regular smelling barley wine type beer. Oh, that is smooth too. Not even really a sting to the tip of the tongue. It is more of a fuller body type beer. But even on a day like this where it's warmer out, not really too much of an effect there as far as feeling too heavy on the tongue. Now, granted, I'm only doing one of the tasters here, part of the flight. However, in a pint of this, or probably a 10-ounce snifter, it may weigh a little bit more for people. You do get a little bit of that silky smoothness in the texture. Kind of like what I describe as a velvety type feel. A little bit of a creamier type feel. that it kind of just lays there so smooth, but it really does slide down the throat very nicely. No burn. Carbonation is really relaxed in this one, not overly carbonated, not really picking it up at all. See if you can see anything in there. You're not really seeing much of the bubble action. Nice color on the beer though. It almost has like, really almost just like an amber type color, and a lot of the barley wines are used to being a little bit darker than what this is. But another nice one from here is Streetside. Has a nice caramel type finish there with it. Leaves a little bit of a duration on the tongue as well when you finish this one out. This one I'm going to put in that dangerous category, because this one would definitely sneak up on you. A few of these and yeah, you forget maybe where you're at after a certain point. But a nice one from Streetside again, and this is the Egg La Vida barley wine, bourbon barrel aged. One of the things I'll say about this one is when you get a lot of these bourbon barrel aged beers, you usually have that bleeding over of some of the bourbon. You're not really getting at it with this one. It's kind of just hidden very nicely. You're not getting overdone with the oakiness. You're not getting overdone with any vanilla. It's just got a great smooth quality about it. Very nice indeed. So this is number 2 on the flight. We'll be back with number 3 pretty soon. All right, let's get it to number 3 here. So this is the Oh My Quad barrel aged sour quad, and you know I love my quad beers. This one comes in at the 10% ABV. Check it out there. Nice, dark, pretty much chestnut brown type color on it. Getting kind of that Belgian type aroma. You're picking up some of that sweetness you kind of associate with those beers. A little bit of a coriander type feel, a little bit of a clove type feel, a little bit of a candy sugar type feel as far as the taste. Oh, that's got a nice mouthfeel. Get some of the tartness from the sour. Opens up nicely in the mouth, very clean. Feeling a nice little mouth coating with this one. Not overly carbonated. Great texture on it. Leaves a little bit of an astringency in there as well. A little bit of a slight kind of dryness with it, but all in all, pretty decent looking and tasting beer. Not overly carbonated in any way. Really delivers very well. Leaving some nice flavors in the cheek. Duration on the flavor, pretty decent in itself. But a well put together here, barrel aged sour quad. Not getting too much of a overplay of the tartness from the sour, but just enough to add a little bit of a unique type quality to it. And I tell you, pretty impressed with some of the stuff down here at Streetside Brewery. Definitely worth checking out if you're in the Cincinnati area. Let's go ahead and finish this one out, and then I'll be back here with the Alpha, which is the IPA. All right, guys, so we're at the 4th one now. This will actually be the Alpha, which is their IPA, 6.4% ABV. Nice aroma with the tropical and the citrus. Check out the color there. Has that nice golden color you expect with an IPA. Getting a pretty good, decent amount of a whiff out of there. Not having to sniff too hard to get the aroma out of it. Nice big sting to the tip of the tongue as expected. Smoother on the back end now. More of your bitter and up front on the initial than on the finish. Goes down rather easily. Not overly carbonated in any way. Can definitely feel it nicely in the mouth. Have a little bit of a mouth feel, a mouth coating in the flavor. No throat burn going down in the back end, which is nice. It's leaving the residue of kind of the citrus in the mouth and that tropical type feel. A little bit of an astringency. You do get a little bit of that puckering sensation. A little bit of a dryness there as well as with most IPAs. But a decent one overall. Out of the 4 I've had thus far, this probably is solid as can be. It's probably the least of the 4, but it's definitely solid in that it delivers what you expect for an IPA, but it doesn't stand out as much. But going for like a standard IPA, you know, it's definitely on point. Feel a little bit of carbonation in the chest, but all in all, pretty decent one here. Another one I can go down rather easily with a nice little smooth quality. So yeah, this is the 4th one, which is the Alpha. So all 4 beers, raspberry beret, and it's actually the Es La Vida barley wine, not the Egg La Vida. When people write stuff in their own handwriting, you can get confused. It happens. and then Oh My Quad, and then this one being Alpha are all 4 on this first flight. I may do another flight and launch another video, but I'll let you guys, well, you'll know if I upload it, so there you go. I'll catch up with you guys next time. Keep drinking those good craft beers. Remember, there's always time. Get your beer on. Cheers.